Hey guys, welcome back. And I have a little bit of time. I'm going to do a few more readings. And it's daylight out, so I have a lot more light. And so the colors are back, so I'm pretty good with this setup. I wanted to do a couple readings. I wanted to still do one on Mueller, but I'm trying to frame a question because I think Mueller's situation is pretty straightforward. It's pretty clear. I mean, we want to know. So maybe I need to frame that question a little bit differently because there's so many moving parts. Do you guys realize how many investigations are going on that's literally centering around Trump? It's like 6 or 7. So maybe I need to frame that a little bit differently. So I'm thinking of a question for that. But this one, I'm going to do a viewer request. This one is going to be on Jill Stein. And I haven't heard her name in a while. So let us see what's going on with her. So I don't do cold readings, so I do a little bit of research on her just to kind of get a feel of what is going on, because if you don't know, she was the Green Party candidate for president, and obviously she did not win, but she seemed to have dropped off the radar. And but I just kind of did a quick news search on her and found out there's actually a couple things that have occurred to her. So the first thing is that she just won a lawsuit in Pennsylvania regarding the voter ballots. So in reality, what happened was I guess there was a bunch of electronic voters. They do paperless ballots, right? And since those are easily hacked, she won her suit that's going to force Pennsylvania to go back to a form of paper balloting, so there's a record of how people voted. So in that way, I think she did a great thing. The other thing that she is also in the news for is apparently she has filed late on her financial disclosures for her presidency, and I guess she has some fines out that she has not paid, and apparently this is a habit that she has. So I don't know what she's doing there, why her campaign hasn't, why she hasn't closed that out yet and paid whatever fines she needs to pay. She needs to get that taken care of. The reason for the question that came up is that sometime in the past she was seen. She had a photo with her, Michael Flynn, and President Putin. And people are like, what is going on with that? Well, there's a big, huge article out there of her discussing it. And it was very ambiguous. She was just kind of like, she tried to, strike up a conversation with Michael Flynn, but he didn't want to speak to her. There was so many people in the meeting that didn't speak English, so she didn't really disclose. So in some ways, I'm not sure why she was there, and I can see how it could lead to suspicion of like being financed and stuff, which she categorically denies that she's been financed by anybody outside the United States. So I don't know where she's going. I don't know what is happening. I know she is still thinking about staying in the political arena. So I don't know where it goes. I don't know with her refusing. And another thing, she refused to refused to hand over things regarding to Mueller regarding the Russia interference to her campaign. So that's a little suspicious that she refuses to assist in that. If you have no wrongdoing, you would do it, right? So, I mean, this could bring up suspicions. I mean, but maybe there's something else, because I don't follow the Green Party. So their viewpoints are, some of the stuff seems to be pretty, they fall on some popular ideas and motions, but, she really feels that, the Democrats are pretty horrible, that their ulterior motive is nefarious. So that's the way it came across in the interview. So I don't really have any one way or another feelings about her. So I wanted to do a reading and just see where it goes and see where her energy is and where it's heading. Is she a part of the Russian thing? I'm not really sure what will come up in her reading. And I really, like I said, I don't really have a feeling one way or another. There are questionable actions that she's done, but she is a United States citizen, and let us see where it takes us. I mean, it's kind of curious about that whole meeting a long time ago. Could have been nothing, but it could have been something. Who knows? So let's take a look and let's see what happens, right? All right. All right. Let us see. So she just won a lawsuit that will actually help the voters in Pennsylvania. So bringing them back to paper ballots. And she has not paid her fines because I guess she's been fined for late filings, which apparently she's done before. And this Russia thing. What was that meeting about? Or where did that lead? Kind of feels like nowhere. Kind of feels like, I really hate to say it, it just kind of feels like she was there to represent the party, but nothing came of it. I hate to say it, but it's almost like, could very well be that they just didn't take her seriously like they would take a Flynn or, someone of like power within the United States. So like one of the elected officials. So she's not really seen as being a person that could affect some sort of change. So they wouldn't consider her a powerhouse. So that's what I'm kind of feeling. But let's see where she goes. I mean, let's see where her energy is and let's see where she's going. Let's see what's happening to her. All right. What sort of story are you going to paint for me? All right. Oops. All right. Let's see what sits on top of her. She's fighting. So we have a fight card. We have the win at all costs card. It's also she's not giving up. So whatever she's moving through right now, she's not giving up. She just won a battle, legally. And it looks like there's other battles. She hasn't learned to drop a sword, listen, or any of that stuff yet, I don't think. I think people turn away their backs on her and she wants to be heard, so she's going to continue fighting. She's going to fight, fight, fight. So this sits above her. She is in the fighting mode. She did just come out with a victory, so the win at all costs, but what is that going to lead to? So she has a fighting spirit that exists within her that's going to sit on top of her, okay? Let's see where we are in the past. Let's just build a picture and let us see where it takes us of what she's doing, okay? So in the past, this is the King of Pentacles. This would be, this is about money. So this could be a person with money. This could actually be her energy in the past. It's a very material thing. It could be her run for presidency, because she probably has a very male energy, very male on top of it. But it's about money. It's about material things. It's about, so there's some, definitely money is on her mind. It could be there's a male that she works with that has money, or it could be her energy that is more masculine, so it's more active energy. It's not passive, it's not nurturing, it's more like active. So, okay. So we'll see who that is, or if that's her. We'll see. We'll let it build. Okay. So presently, she's sitting pretty, okay? So, presently, she has accumulated and done things. Even though she lost the election, there is she has money. She's won that lawsuit, so she is sitting pretty. But she's not fully satisfied. She's not at where she wants to be, but she's right there. So if this was like an advice card for her, she was like, enjoy what you have, but, realize, enjoy what you have. Don't keep focused on that little last, that end goal, because, if you don't enjoy what you have now, it could not, it won't help you in the future. But she is sitting pretty. She's not satisfied. She hasn't reached where she wanted to go yet. So she's going to keep fighting. Okay. So let's see what's the challenge. So completion. All right. So the challenge is that I think that she doesn't want her political career to be over. So the challenge is that she doesn't want that completion of her life over, to look for something new ahead. So her challenge is to keep going, to keep, because she wants to stay in the political arena, but her challenge is that it could be over and she doesn't want it to be. So that is her challenge, is that, her political run, she doesn't want that to be over with. She does want to continue being a part of it, right? So the outcome. So this is the Knight of Swords. So it is the charging. So she is still going to try to charge forward. She's still going to go. We have the fight card here, and we have an outcome of charging forward, charging forth with new ideas, charging forth, just being that knight and just going forward. You're going to fight. She's going to keep going forward. So she's going to try to keep going forward. She's going to keep making that moves, trying to make inroads. Like I said, she's going to fight against the end of her political career. She's going to keep going. So that's what she's fighting. She's worried that her career in politics might be over, but she's going to keep trying to fight forward. So, all right. So we have all of this. So now we're going to figure out what the underlying excuse me, the underlying events that create this. Okay. So in the past is Page of Money. Okay. Well, this really is beginning to look like this is all driven by money. All right. So this could be somebody providing her money, and because she's now the page receiving that money, right? So present is money. So I'm really beginning to think that she's the past. It's like she's the page, she's the studious, she's doing, somebody is providing her money. It could be a male. See how the cards kind of adjust how you see things. So this is, right now it's starting to look like her whole reasoning for the presidency run was more for money, because there's a knowledge that, because she's a Green Party candidate, her odds were so low, so it was different. So it's either about making headwinds into her party to advance her party, but knowing that she won't get to the finish line. But it is, it is about money. So, all right. Presently, justice. Oh, okay. This is definitely, I think this is that victory that she had in Pennsylvania. So she has a victory card. She has a justice card here. The justice card means she did get justice in Pennsylvania. She did win that suit. So she's actually feeling really good. So even if she's not making headways into her party, she made headways into helping maybe fix some of the problems that we've been having with our election system. And I mean, like Pennsylvania was doing these electronic ballots, which are easily hackable, and telling them to be accountable using paper ballots. So there's a record of how people voted, and she won that suit. So we'll see how it goes. So I think, I think this is that suit that she just won. Okay. So challenge though, the fates. Okay, she's trying to, her career, if this is her worry, trying not to make sure that her career moves forward, make sure Her career doesn't end. Her career in politics isn't over. She's also fighting against the wheel. So the wheel is turning, and she's going to try to fight. So here we are looking at, there's a fated event for her that's coming up, and she's fighting against it. So we'll see how it turns out for her. I mean, her challenge is to actually go with the flow, change, morph, and move forward. But if you're fighting against it, you're not going to win against change. The wheel turns regardless. You have to be able to work with it. Okay, so here we go. Let's get the outcome. Okay, so all that fighting, all that stuff, there's an end. There's an end coming. So it's a death and it's a rebirth. So even though there is, I really do feel like this has something to do with her politics. I think it's really her career in politics. I think the thing is she's really struggling. She is, whatever end cycle is going to come to an end, and it is, and it's going to, I can't say it, but I just think there's something going on that's going to end her career, as a politician. But with death comes rebirth, so she can remake herself. But she is in a fighting mode. She's fighting. All right. So because of this looks like she did this for the money and to further the agenda of the Green Party, right? So there's a payment here and her accepting, right? This, I think, and that would be for whatever the presidency is, for whatever's going on, but this seems like this is the case that she just won. Her career is what she's fighting so hard to keep, right? But there is a change, there's a course. She's got to go with it. But if she can, but the thing is that there is an end coming for her, and she's going to have to reinvent herself in order to bring something new. Okay, so the end of whatever was is going to end. And there's a completion card here too. So we got 2 completion cards here for her. Okay, so she can fight, but it's still going to cause an end. So let's see where we are. The results of all of this. All right, the past. Okay. So this is the end. So there's been some forward motion. This is the Knight energy. She did go forward. She did everything she could. It's that burst of speed, that burst of energy, that burst forward, moving forward. She did carry a Knight energy. This is all very male. So I really kind of feel like maybe that's within her a little bit. She's got a very male active energy that drives her. She's not really nurturing. She's a go-getter, she's a go-getter. Definitely. Where this money comes from, this is questionable. You know what I mean? So there might be, but this is her victory with the current court case that she has right now. So let's see where that is. There's truth. Yes. All right. To reveal the truth, to go for the truth. This is absolutely the court. This is the court thing that just happened to her in Pennsylvania. It is a victory for her. The truth is being able to keep records. So if there's anything that she's done good, this is really it. But if you're worried about, some payments that may have happened in the past with her thing, this might be, even though she's got a victory here, but there's challenges here, and there's a death here. This might be here, right? But this is her currently. All right. So this is interesting. So the Sword of Truth, there, Justice and the Queen of Swords. This is absolutely the justice system. She has gained victory. She has revealed the truth. She's helping Pennsylvania. In any way you look at it, she's helping Pennsylvania. Her election stuff is a little more questionable. There's been a lot of, energy, charging energy. There might be something there. Okay. So let's look at a challenge. The Emperor. Uh-oh. Oh my gosh. Well, that made my gut sink, because I saw that and I saw these two are tied together. So there is a connection with someone of power. And I did ask about the Russian thing. This could have some connection. Monies received to the finances, donors. It could be a straw man contribution, meaning that she received money through a foreign government that would pay a United States citizen to give her money. So it's like, so it appears that it is U.S. related, or it's a U.S. donation, but it's actually not. That is a real possibility. There are 3 major fate cards here. Okay. All right. Outcome. Okay. This is heartbreak. It's going to be revealed. She's going to suffer heartbreak. So she's won something here for the good of the people. But what she's done in the past is going to come and carry to the future. I really don't like to say that. I really don't want to say that. You know, I really don't. Here's the weird thing. I don't really think that, I really don't think that this was like an intentional for like being influenced, that, you know, influence in terms of like, you know, I accept this money and, you know, I will do your bidding type thing. I think it was more of, you know, she really kind of thought that she was going, if she won the presidency, she could make effect change in order to assist and bringing, you know, like Russia back into the fold and stuff like that. She might have been naive about the intents and what she has gotten herself into. But I think the thing is that she realizes it and she knows the challenge, and it could really end, it could very much end her political career, because the United States is moving into a phase right now where it is more mindful. This is why when you're looking into Russian influence, or even any sort of international monies coming into influence, like the whole NRA with Russia funneling money through that, with the girl Maria Butina, her, you know, being a Russian agent and confessing that, you know, yes, I was working for the government, the Russian government, to influence the election. Now, she's not being forthcoming on everything. I think, you know, as much as whatever she said, it's, she's still, yeah, I feel like it's going to become a double agent thing for her, meaning doing a double agent thing for Russia, not for the United States. And I think the United States knows it. Her situation is not been brought in by the Mueller probe. It has been brought in by the United States. So it'll be interesting to see how that happens. Regards to Jill Stein, she has some not good cards here. She is fighting to hang on. She wants to continue her political career. But I think what has happened here in the election, with whatever monies she's received, and she's refusing to hand it over to the prosecutors, to the Russia investigation, and she's not paying her fines that she's got. This particular incident is going to cause this, right? What she's done with Pennsylvania is a really good thing. You know, she's forcing the hand to make the election thing for Pennsylvania more reliable. Having backup paper ballots matter. So, okay. So this is an interesting one. I'm not going to go any further. I don't need to see another heartbreak here. She's not going to end very well. She's going to fight whatever is going on, but you know, it's the death card. This is not the Ten of Swords, meaning that whatever has gone on whatever went on, the outcome is beyond her control. There's nothing that she can do to stop that. She's just going to have to reinvent herself when it's over. And she's got the Three of Swords. which means she's going to be heartbroken. It's something that it's going to hurt her, and she's not going to be happy about it. The challenges that she's going against is huge. These are all major arcanas. It's she needs to stop fighting the wheel. It's going to happen. So all right. Well, I was thinking that her cards would actually be much better. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this. I will come back soon. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.